It's new gun day, guys. Today we have a Kral Arms Puncher Jumbo High Cap in camo. Also comes in black. Now I was visiting Ranging Country to for something completely different. I can't remember what. And I saw this second hand on the rack and I was like, oh, that's lovely, let me have a go. So I held it, they gave it to me, I held it, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. And they went, oh, sorry, you can't have this one, it's in for repair. So I went home and I ordered it straight away. I think it was 465, their second hand one, and a new one was 600, so not too much different. It's a very nice looking gun for me. I mean, if you're a purist who likes a wood stock, you're going to hate this, but to me it's gorgeous. But it comes with a 500cc bottle and it comes with a second 500cc bottle. And these just screw off as well. You don't need to degas the rifle. A little smidge of air pops out. The gauge has gone to 0. Longest thread in the world. There you go, that's off. Take that one out of your backpack, screw it on. Obviously I haven't taken that out of the packaging yet, I haven't needed to. Screw this one on and it will regas it and off you go. Now, in doing this the first time, that corner has just taken a line out of the camo there, so if you get one of these and you're doing it, do take care to not scratch it like I did. Anyway, we get to about there. There we go. Gauge pops up again. Just give it the last little snug. There you go, good to go. Back up to 200. It's a very long rifle. I'll get the specs for you when I'm sitting down. I've noticed a lack of specs in my videos. There's a lot of waffle and not a lot of specs. So in the box you will get, it will come in a cardboard box, you get 2 magazines, you get 1 single shot tray, and you get a proprietary filling adapter. This is not a Foster fitting, this is a special Kral one, so you need the Kral adapter. And then I bought extra a best fittings quick adapter so I could quick adapt. Otherwise you will just get that brass bit. A modification people do to Krals is to replace this with a Foster fitting, which I think is a very good idea. 4-way adjustable trigger. When they say 4-way, what they mean is up and down, left and right, with the match style trigger there. There are trigger adjustments inside, but you'll need to remove the action out of the block. It's 1/2 inch UNF thread on the end to attach your own silencer. It's a folding stock. There's a button right there. Click that. Folding stock. Wow, look at that. Where did it go? It's so small now. I don't quite see the point on a rifle that large. Because it is large. You know, it's not like a BRK, is it a Ranger? Where it will fold up and go in a backpack. I mean, that is still pretty substantial. Let me just quickly grab a tape measure. So like that, we're still 31 inches. No, she's quite long. But that's the stock. This stock also moves in its smallest form. We are 40 inches long, and then you can pull that out, push that button and pull that out, and we are now 110 centimeters, just over 43.5 inches. Also got an adjustable cheek riser. Press that button in, this goes up and down, locks in. It is still a bit wobbly, but you know, it's good enough. If you lean on the front there, that's solid now. Yeah, you can put that down to flat. or anywhere in between. It's side lever. You can decock it, just pull the trigger as you let go. The safety is right on the front there, so if you're in your shooting position you can flick it to safe, flick it off. There's nothing on this side. There's a power adjuster. So on this side there's a dial you can move, but the increments that it shows you are this side. They're not stepped, it doesn't go click 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 into each increment, it's just a smooth gradual turn, and all that's doing is restricting your transfer port. So in there is your transfer port where the air comes through into your barrel, and all it's doing is closing that transfer port off. Let's just decock that again. Alright, I'm going to do what I did on the Gamma. I'm going to do 14 different pellets, find the best one, and then shoot it out to different ranges in the garden. I'm going to cut out a load of the pellet testing. I'm just going to show you the pellets. I might show you a quick chronograph, but I'm trying to not have another hour-long video and cut down on the waffle. Okay, on with the pellet testing. I'm going to do them in a different order today. The Sovereign, Barracuda 8s, JSB Diablos and the R.A.W Diablo Fields are all 8.44 grain, so we're going to do top row of those. Accupels are 7 something, and the Bisley Wasps and the H&M Match Heavies are both 8.18, so they'll go here, and then I'll do a 0, these two will be 0. RWS Superfield is 8.3, Kaisers and the Excite Spikes are 8.64, so there you go in this row, and then the last row is the heavy pellets, QYS Stream, QYS Domed, both in 9.56. JSB Exact Heavy at 10.34, and then my heaviest pellet is a Barracuda Match 10.65, which will be the bottom row. I'll come back to you once I've shot them.
10.5, 10.6, 10.6, 10.8, 10.7, 10.5, 10.4, 10.3, 10.7, 10.7.
Okay, I'm just going to do a 5-shot group with the QA streamlined, just so you can see what it's like through the scope, how steady I am shooting, what it looks like, so that when you see all the sporadic pellets, you know it's not me. Just, this is the only one I'm going to film. These are shooting lovely. I think this could be the winner. What one to film? Yeah? That's empty pellet. Alright, cool. Save that. Okay, that's all 70 pellets tested. I think we've got one clear winner. Let's go and take a look. So, Barracuda 8s did okay. JSB Shorts did okay. That's just one shot. The RWS Superfields again did okay for a £9 tin of pellets. Kaiser's okay. But I think we can all agree that the QIS Streamlined, that's 5 in the light. That's 5 pellets in basically one hole. So they're the ones we're going to be using. Right, we've now completed our pellet test. The winning pellet was the QYS Streamlined in 9.56. I did actually have to do that pellet test twice. I got 65 pellets in out of 70 on the first test before I realised that I was doing it wrong. So the magazines for the Kral, they're very simple to load. there's an arrow on them here, it says rotate that way, so you just turn it round all the way till it lines up as before. Put your finger on the back to stop the pellet falling through that hole. One pellet in, and then you turn it to the next hole and you just keep filling. It's as simple as that. However, you fill up the pellets counterclockwise, but the gun shoots the pellets clockwise. So I thought I'd save time. This is a 14 shot magazine, by the way. I thought I'd save time by loading 5 pellets of one, 5 pellets of another. But it turns out that I was shooting the first pellet of one, 5 pellets of another, and then the remaining 4 of the first one. So if you want to do, say, 5 pellet testing, you have to load the first one as before, put your finger over the back and load the first one. Then you have to rotate it all the way around until you get to the number 10. Because it's a 14 shot, number 10 means there's 4 left. And then you can load in your 4 pellets from there, and then that will shoot all 5 in a row. If you do what I was doing and just put 5 in counterclockwise, what you'll do is you'll shoot the first one, and then as you reload, the spring in the magazine will wind back quickly to that 10th pellet basically, and you'll end up going off with that one, because as the spring whips round, you'll damage the skirt on that pellet. So if you want to shoot 5 in a row, you have to put the first one in and then wind it back till there's 4 left and put those in. I didn't know that until I was 65 pellets in on the test. So I did top the gun up again, back up to 200. It's a 200 bar fill before I did the second test. So now I'm just filling up with QYS's, the QYS streams. Then I'm going to sort out the ballistic calculation, and then we'll do what I did on the Gammo. We'll shoot targets 10, 15, 30, 40 and 52. I've now got, I don't know if you saw my video, I bought them HFT targets the other day, and I've set them up 15, 30 and 40. So that'll be good fun. We'll check out the ballistic calculation, see if it works properly. We'll check out, see if this gun can shoot accurately at different ranges, not being regulated. Yeah, I'm going to chrono, obviously these are, I keep saying obviously too much, these are 9.56 grain. My chrono earlier was on 8.44 grains, so I'll do another 10 shot chrono of these. That will give me the FPS.
10.2, 10.2, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, 10.3.
And then I can put that into the ballistic calculation along with all the rest. I'll get the ballistic coefficient off of Google. I'll give it a test and then I'll bring you back. Okay? Cheers. Right. That's the ballistic calculator all set up. Tested it out to the back wall and it seems to be spot on. So I'll film from the Hikmicro and I'll show you the results. Okay? Okay, so I've done my range test, a pellet test over there, then all them bullseye is me sorting out the zeroing for the new pellet. Then I've put in my ballistic calculation, the ballistic coefficient I got off of Google, which is apparently 0.0229 for the QYS 9.56s. My scope height was 54 millimeters. I just measured centre of the barrel to centre of the scope rings. What else is there? Altitude, temperature don't really matter. My FPS I got off the chrono, which was 699 average. This rifle seems to be a little bit low on power. It's averaging 10.2 to 10.5. That's more than enough for hunting, but you know it's not where it should. I'd like it obviously higher than 11. Anyway, let's crack on. This first target you can see in the top right corner. That's the wrong button. That one there we go, 10 yards. Zoom in. Well, we'll focus it. Let's focus. Here's the focus. R.A.W. So I'm aiming at the yellow cross because I'm not at my 0 of 25. And that's that. Number 8. That's that. Number 8 there. That's that. Lovely. So next target. Zoom out. We don't need that much zoom, do we? So I'll range find that. Wrong button again. That is 15 yards. So my yellow cross is a little bit higher. Posh. No problem there. No problem there. And next, obviously that's where I zeroed. We know that's bang on really, don't we? I'll do another one anyway, just to show you. If I zero 25 yards, pick a bullseye that we haven't shot yet. That one there. Lovely jubbly. So the next one should be 30 yards. Range find the squirrel, 30 yards. That's your dead squirrel. Ah, I'm out of ammo. Let me just reload. Okay, new 14 round magazine in. We are back in. Where was we? We was here. Let's just shoot that again. Wait, did I do that one? I can't remember now. We'll range find it 40 yards. No, that's not what I did. The 30 yards one, didn't I? Now, unfortunately, I've put this right where my wood is. I don't think I'm going to be able to reset that. Oh, I hit it, but it's not enough to reset it. I need to hit the bottom of the paddle. Anyway, that's a squirrel in the head. Gosh, look at that. So we are now at 40 yards on that one. The rat. There's a rat in my garden. What am I going to do? I'm going to shoot that rat. That's a dead rat. That's a reset rat. That's another dead rat. Brilliant, okay. And then the final hurdle is 52 yards out there. This isn't going to come out in the scope very well, so we'll have to get a closer look at this, but I'm going to go for that bullseye there. Although I'm a bit wobbly. 20 times zoom. Yeah, can't really see much, so let's go for something easier like a spinner. We hit the spinner, didn't we? How about a duck? Oh, there's a duck. There you go. That's 52 yards, guys. That's an empty magazine again. Lovely. Right, there we are. That was the Kral Puncher Jumbo High Cap. Cracking gun. Mine was a little bit low on power. I'm sure with some tuning and tweaking that would be okay. You could get that up, or you might be okay with it at 10 foot down. Some people are. It hit everything I wanted to hit. You saw from the ranges, no problem taking this out hunting. It's very capable. I think it looks amazing in the camo. Some people might not like it. It does also come in all black. 2 14-shot magazines with an indicator on there to show you how many pellets are left. Single shot tray included. However, I find that to be rubbish. Once you've got a scope on and your single shot tray in there, you've got no room to drop the pellet, and the single shot tray is quite deep, so as you drop the pellet you got 50-50 chance of it landing backwards. It's happened to me many times. I bought off of eBay a single shot loader tray, a flip out one, so that slides in the gun. You flip that out, put your pellet in, flip it back in. Works a treat. There's lots of different places, manufacturers, sellers on eBay. You could get whatever one you want. I picked an orange one so I don't lose it. Couple of cons. They're niggles, they're personal preference, right? The gauge, let me show you in a picture. The gauge sticks out very far. There's no need for the threads to be that long. It's a 200 bar fill, but the gauge goes up to 250 in the green. I'll put pictures on the screen. So it could be confusing to someone who's not paying attention. You know, you just look at the gauge, fill it up in the green. If you fill that past 200 bar, you're going to blow your seals. But the gauge says it's okay. It says it's green up to 250. So that's a bad point. That's a big con in my books. It's not safe at all. The safety is brilliant, really easy to use. Right there, just on and off, perfect. It locks the whole trigger, so it doesn't move. The first stage and second stage, quite nice. There's positive first stage and then a bit of travel on the second stage, which you can adjust if you take it out of stock, but I'm not going to do that. Comes with 2 bottles. It is a shrouded barrel, fully shrouded barrel with a 1/2 inch UNF thread protector on the end. However, you will want a silencer on it because although being shrouded, it doesn't dampen the noise, as we saw from my decibel testing. I put a R.A.W XLK on it and that was beautiful. All I could sort of hear was the hammer spring. The side cocking lever, very nice. It's spring loaded. If I just touch it, bing, it pops open, then you just click the end. It's quite a lot of travel, but it's not bad. And then when you push it back, you've just got to get over that spring tension that opens it. I had an issue with mine where the action of me cocking it with the side lever unwound this screw in the top here. So I took that all the way out, put a bit of thread locker on, screwed it back in, and it's been fine since. But it was, every time I was cocking it, you could see it turning a quarter of a turn at a time, and eventually it was sticking out. The folding stock's very nice. Adjustable cheek pads, beautiful. Length of pull adjustment is great because everyone's got different size arms, so that's really accommodating. I forgot to mention when we was looking around, the top rail is Picatinny on the outside and then dovetail in the middle, which is a brilliant idea in theory. Although there's Picatinny and dovetail there, the dovetail grooves are quite shallow, so if you've not got super sharp points here on your mounts, when you put it on and you tighten up the screw, the mount will slightly shift to the left, which is going to put your reticle, slightly, it's going to be cocked slightly to the side. So if you've already leveled your scope and you're swapping it from a different gun with a normal Picatinny on, you'll then put it on this one, and as you tighten up, it will slightly cock to the left, and then you're going to be uneven. Some of the specs I missed when I was going through it and opening it. We went through the length, but it's also 3.4 kilograms unscoped, which is quite a heavy gun. I don't know if you're out hunting with it, you're going to want to be on sticks or laying down shooting far. You're not going to be standing there and shooting in trees with a 3.5 kilo gun that's pretty front heavy because of that steel bottle and the long barrel. It's a really nice long barrel. It is quite front heavy, so if you're going to hunt with it, you're going to want to be on sticks or prone. 2-stage adjustable trigger. Barrel length is 58 centimetres. Total length 105. Apparently you get 380 shots in 2.2, 360 in 177. That's going to be with both bottles, that's not per bottle. Yeah, lovely gun. For £600, I think it looks the part, I think it does the job, and I'm really happy with it. I just wish it was, 11.2, 11.5 foot-pounds, but that's just because I want what I paid for. Saying some people it doesn't matter. Would I buy the gun again? Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It puts a smile on my face, and that's all I could ask for, really. Well, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye bye.